A gateway to knowledge. Over 100 years ago, Louis Braille said, "Access to communication, in the widest sense, is access to knowledge." Today, people like Kent Cullers, the world's first blind physicist, have shown this to be true.
When I was a child, my father described the planets to me. I actually could imagine touching the cold planets like Pluto or the hot planets like Mercury. I actually imagined that I could tell how big the planets were, that I could hold Mercury in my hand and that I would have to put my arms around Jupiter and that kind of stuff. And they inspired me to do the mathematics and the calculations and the signal processing that I do today. And it all started with the incredible imagery that my father put in my head when I was a small child. Now, what that tells me is that today, the American Printing House is incredibly important because everyone doesn't have a parent to put amazing images and amazing words in their head. You've got to be able to read Braille. You've got to be able to have diagrams and pictures in Braille. And that's one of the things that's happened my entire life because of APH.
The American Printing House for the Blind is a gateway to knowledge, a national treasure that offers freedom and opportunity through educational and lifestyle products and services to thousands of blind and visually impaired children and adults every day.
We're really the center of knowledge regarding the research and development, production of quality products for the blind.
Anybody who has a strong foundation, especially in education, will then be able to make better choices and find more opportunity. And that's what we really are all about.
The first American schools for blind children opened in the 1830s, but there were few tactile books for the students. Blind adults, too, were eager for access to literature, and several actively promoted the production of tactile books. Their pioneering efforts led to the establishment of the American Printing House for the Blind in 1858. Soon the work of the Printing House became recognized nationally, and in 1879, Congress passed an act to promote the education of the blind. This act provided funding to supplement APH's income from private donors, that continues today, for APH to produce tactile books and educational aids for the nation's blind students. The act also set up a network of ex officio trustees who administer the federal funds set aside for their states and advise APH about the creation of new products. Today, APH is the world's largest nonprofit company providing educational, workplace, and lifestyle products for blind or visually impaired people.
Our real charge, as far as the government is concerned, is to serve the pre-college level blind student.
Currently registered with APH are nearly 60,000 blind and visually impaired pre-college age students. The funding we receive through legislation for serving this population makes up about half our income. Product sales, contracts with public and private organizations, and our development department also support our efforts. The American Printing House for the Blind encompasses 280,000 square feet. We have over 300 employees dedicated to the design, improvement, and manufacturing of our products. It's meticulous work that encompasses technology from the 19th, 20th, and 21st centuries to get the job done. APH is a national center for research and development focused on creating products for blind and visually impaired students and adults. Currently, our project leaders focus on 9 areas: Braille, low vision, early childhood, multi-disabilities, tactile graphics, tests and assessments, adult products, technology, and core curriculum. Our products give students an equal opportunity in the classroom and adults more opportunity in the workplace. An increasing number of APH products have applications in day-to-day living. At any point, there may be upwards of 100 products in development, with typically more than 50 new products hitting the market each year. Our educational products teach students through the use of their senses, including any vision they may have. Since many visually impaired people have some useful vision, many APH products have bold colored images and contain large type. APH has also developed educational software that provides access for the visually impaired user by using synthetic speech and enlarged screen images. The majority of products offered by APH are researched and designed in-house, using the expertise of staff in the Educational Research and Technical Research Department. All the products and services developed by the American Printing House for the Blind share a common goal: to make the world a more accessible place for blind and visually impaired people. And one way we do that is by listening.
We're the link that provides support and communication to consumers, to parents, to students, to people who are in the field, to teachers who are working with students, and to adult rehab clients as well.
Blind people have assets and abilities which can be incredibly valuable both to themselves and to the United States. And without APH, those things certainly would not be used.
The American Printing House truly is a national treasure.